Hello and welcome to this Carbon Tracker Explainer. My name is Pyotr and I'm part of the Communications and Events team. In this video, I am talking with Lorenzo Sani, part of the Power and Utilities team and lead author of the new report, Curb Your Enthusiasm, Bridging the Gap Between the UK's CCUS Targets and Reality. If you'd like to download the report, you can do so via our website, which you can find in the description below, or by going directly to carbontracker.org. You can also find links to the website's other reports and information, as well as Lorenzo Sani's email if you'd like to contact him directly. And we also encourage you to subscribe to keep a lookout for all our upcoming events and content here at Carbon Tracker. But Lorenzo, thank you very much for joining this explainer. Firstly, what is this report about? What is its purpose? And what new aspects does it bring?
Yes, thank you, Piotr, and thank you for organizing this. So with this report, we wanted to look in a very pragmatic way, what role can CCUS play in a transition towards net zero? And we focused on the UK as a case study because it's a country that has a very big ambition towards CCUS. They want to become a global leader. They allocated around £20 billion of funding to this sector. So they're a very good case study to explore what can be done. So we looked at 5 different sectors where the country is planning to deploy CCUS. We try to calculate what is the risk in each sector, and we eventually produce some recommendation for policymakers and investors that are interested in this area.
Very good. And so I think one question viewers and listeners will be wondering is, why does this report matter? What significance does it have compared to some others out there?
So I think it's very important. And with this report, we try to close a gap in the research between voices from the industry or lobby organization or NGOs that are generally against CCUS because they find it as a greenwashing tool of the oil and gas industry, but don't focus enough on the technology. So we try to keep a pragmatic approach, looking at the technology, in which sector is it really needed, and where we can deliver. And then it's important because there are a lot of money that are starting to flow in this sector. Some countries are starting to move very quickly and very ambitiously towards CCUS. They have big targets. There are a lot of subsidies that are going in this industry, and we want to make sure that those subsidies are actually used in the best possible way and are not wasted on some solutions that are not future-proof or just extend unnecessarily our dependence on fossil fuels.
Absolutely. And I think if people would like to read further into that, they should definitely download the report. But with that in mind, who is this report aimed at? Who's it for? And how and why is it relevant to them?
Yes, so obviously our primary target, our primary audience are policymakers and investors in the UK. But I think there are a lot of parallels that can be drawn between from the UK to other countries. For example, the European Union is starting to look seriously at CCUS. The US is doing the same, and a lot of other countries in the global context are doing the same. And we're both trying to focus on policymakers, because are the ones that are driving the sector, especially in the first wave of project, but also investors, because a lot of private capital will be attracted to the sector. And we want to show what are the risks and opportunities there.
Great, thank you. And the very last question is, what does this mean for those relevant stakeholders, the broader industry, and what impact are you hoping that this report will have over the longer term?
So our overall message, our high-level message, is well summarized by the title, as in curb your enthusiasm towards CCUS. So we believe that there are still many strategies that are looking at a too broad array of solutions for CCUS in some sectors where it's not really needed, where there are better alternatives, or where the risks are too big. So we're trying to make sure that we're focusing on the right sectors, on the right solutions, and towards the right applications. And what we aim to do with this report is to create more dialogue, bring more diverse voices to the CCUS arena, and engage as much as possible with policymakers, energy industry, and investors that are interested in these factors. So if you're one of that target audience, please feel free to come back to me.
Absolutely. Thank you very much there, Lorenzo Sani. I've been Pyotr. This has been a conversation about the latest report, Curb Your Enthusiasm, Bridging the Gap Between the UK CCUS Targets and Reality, which you can find on the website and with all our other work at Carbon Tracker. Thank you very much and see you in the next video.
Thank you, Piotr.